In my personal life, I've just been in Madrid last season, which was very, very good with my partner and my daughter, and it's something we did. We lived very comfortable in Madrid, and we was all happy. It was a wonderful city and a wonderful club, and I expect the same here in Marseille. It's a beautiful city, as you can all see, and obviously I'll probably live here, but it's amazing. I looked around yesterday, the training complex, the team, the players, and I already feel a part at home here, and I've only been here a couple of days.
Can Steve McClaren triggers Mason Greenwood recruitment into the Jamaica men's national team? Join Premier 7 right now for the big chat. A good coach can change a game. A great coach can change a life. This is a well-recognized quote by John Wooden. The Jamaica men's national team, as we should already know, has appointed Steve McClaren as the main man to sit on the helm in leading the Jamaica men's national team forward. However, there is not a concern, but an interest, whereas the recruitment of overseas-based players is in that thoughts of consideration surrounding the Jamaica men's national team. However, there's one in particular that Jamaican fans would love to see wear the black, green, and gold, and that speaks directly to a Mason Greenwood. But just to let you know, the topic is, can Steve McClaren triggers Mason Greenwood recruitment into the Jamaica men's national team? That is the question up for discussion. However, in a day or two ago, I have covered a video surrounding our current coach in Steve McClaren, and the topic that was covered surround this important question: can Steve McClaren aid the return and recruitment of big names to the Jamaica men's national team? This video received in excess of 1.1k views, 49 likes, and 14 comments. People, before I even say thank you, I just have to bring across a joke that was dropped on the Independence Day. And happy Independence Day to all those persons who are local and overseas who are of Jamaican descent. So there was a comment that stated by one of my constant followers on the channel. He said that, you know, you lick your head or nyam too much blue jazz this independence. How you not have Greenwood as number one recruitment target? And I replied by saying, just a few minutes ago, I laughed and I said, Happy Independence Day to you. By the way, I don't eat blue jaws, but today, basically on the 6th of the 8th, 2024, a video featuring Coach Steve McClaren and Mason Greenwood is ready. And here I am, presenting on the video of importance. So I have to say thank you to all those persons who have been following up on the channel, making me feel appreciated that I am doing something good for people who love the game of football. And of course, Jamaican fans love Mason Greenwood. And we would love to know or hope that a Steve McClaren can have an impact on this player in a positive way. As I expressed earlier on surrounding the quote by Mr. John Wooden, a great coach can change a life. We can remember the issues that was surrounding Mason Greenwood. But now he has been a registered player at Marseille. And we all know that before Mason Greenwood could even think about getting himself playing for a national team, he wanted to get himself into a club team to restart his career. And on the 21st of July 2024, Marseille signed Greenwood for a total package of £26.7 million. That was basically the price tag for Mason Greenwood. He has played a few preseason games for Marseille and he has scored for the club already, and that has done something good for his confidence. He had a nice time with his family in Spain at Itafe, and he did fairly well. He basically get above the thoughts of being in the ditch and basically stepped up to the plate, whereas he knew that he had to perform. And he has been linked to a lot of clubs before Marseille was the ideal destination. The thing is, Steve McClaren may not have been given that chance or may not have been at Manchester United at a particular point in time to train or coach Mason Greenwood on an extended length. If he was there, I know it wasn't for a long time. But Steve McClaren has worked alongside big names. He has coached the England men's national team in 2006, and with such calibre in terms of his potential to even do better at this point, regardless of his age, his experience can do wonders for the Jamaica men's national team. Speaking about that, even our local coaches have laid statements surrounding Coach McClaren that he could basically do well surrounding the national team. So the news feed was written on the 5th of August 2024 with the topic two top local coaches say McClaren will have positive impact. Imagine, McClaren isn't even in Jamaica as yet, but the belief is there that he will do well. So this is Mr. Donovan Duki, and I know him personally. I saw him, I think, early this year, right? And basically, himself, Mr. Donovan Duki, and Clivert Fitzgerald believe that the appointment of Steve McClaren as the new Reggae Boy coach will have a positive impact on the team World Cup qualification campaign, but former Arnett Garden assistant coach Eric Redmaker insists that administratively is where the Jamaica Football Federation is letting the team down. So Dookie and Fitzgerald both believe that McClaren's English League experience, right? His English League experience will help him get the best out of a team that is dominated by British born players. They are also of the view it is also part of a plan to get Leon Bailey back in the fold and attract other top English born players. So might as well they go for McClaren because it's an English based team we have, Dookie commented, and Leon Bailey will have or will come back because it is a new page and McClaren will have nothing against the player. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think McClaren will have nothing against the player for sure because even though McClaren could be aware of what happened with a Leon Bailey, I think in that case he would basically find a way to, speak to Leon Bailey and let him know what is the new task at hand. And I mean, sometimes it is good to have new coaches on board because it brings a freshness to the air, a fresh start for the players. But I think having a new coach in place, he has to be firm enough to manage these players who could be in the system as new players and old players. No, I mean, Mason Greenwood is a player that if he can trigger a recruitment initially when he arrived before the World Cup qualifying games, I mean, it will do wonders for Jamaica because Mason Greenwood would basically come into the team. He would basically get to know his teammate and continue on that goodness that he had when he was at Getafe coming down the line. Mason Greenwood is an impact player who can play in several positions. And if we can get a Mason Greenwood by way of the impact that Steve McClaren can have, I think Jamaica will have a good way going forward. Such impact will basically attract other players to come and represent Jamaica. I mean, he's like an England reject. Not only him, but others who have played even for Jamaica in the past. So we would love to have a Mason Greenwood in, and of course, it will be of greatness to see a McClaren and Mason Greenwood alongside each other on and off the pitch, seeing that we need for the Jamaica men's national team to book their flight in the FIFA World Cup in our backyard in 2026. So, people, what is your say on the topic? Can Steve McClaren triggers Mason Greenwood recruitment into the Jamaica men's national team? The platform is open for you to have your say because you don't know already. Premier 7 will reply once I can. So, take care until we meet again.